In business ethics, I think there's a growing understanding that ethics and compliance are different things. And so we're starting to see some changes about where ethics is actually happening in a company or being thought about and considered. I always think it should be considered in the C-suite offices and in the boardroom, of course. But within the organization, within businesses, you're seeing a couple of things that are pretty interesting. Some companies are actually considering bringing on people who are solely ethicists to look at issues in their organization as opposed to a combined ethics and compliance officer. Other organizations have invested heavily, still within the legal department often, but in human rights as a whole area that they're going to look at. Is our obligation as a corporation to protect human dignity and individual rights in countries around the world? You're seeing a growth of representation of various stakeholder interests as companies develop whole practices in sustainability. They join business human rights groups, and they measure different things than they used to measure. So ESG measures are a new metric that's been introduced in business that looks at the environment, sustainability, and governance practices of companies. And that's all, I think, to the good, and it has more people engaged in thinking about what's the right thing for our company to be doing as we define it and think about it. And I think a good practice there is to be grounding it in the organization's mission. But it means that business ethics is becoming a much broader practice than it has been in business in the past couple decades.